I feel like if you're losing a war, I'm not even taking count of nothing. Whatever, man. You take it home. Who cares?
Fuck this.
I don't know that works, but maybe. Honestly, the spirit probably just went in him.
That's what it was. He was like, ah! All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. I'm your host, Joey, and this week we're reviewing Godzilla -1. I don't have a timer. Eric, go for it.
So, we love kaiju movies here at the Sooner or Later production studio, right?
Some of us.
I thought we do. I thought me and you liked them.
There's a whole nother man who works at this company.
Bro, that's 66.66 repeating of the opinion of the company.
And I'm a freak of nature. So it's really like 77 in the third. Yeah, James doesn't like kaiju movies. He's never liked them.
So I was interested in seeing what he thought about this one.
The only reason I wanted to watch it is because I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to have a different opinion. I'm going to hate this.
You better not hate it.
You went in with a negative attitude is what you're saying.
Yeah, cool.
But it's Japanese. How could you hate it?
So the two problems that these type of movies tend to have is the big action sequences are just big action sequences with no like meaning or whatever. It's just like might as well be Transformers. And then they might as well like not even have humans in there because every time they have humans in there, you don't care about their backstories and they're just useless to the plot of the story. So like that's the issue with 99% of, and not just like kaiju movies, but movies where you're a
disaster
big force.
Disaster
that's
movies.
Like yeah, sure. So yeah, I was like, yeah, they're gonna do that, and they do that in probably 85% of these type of movies. But yeah,
and I mean, I would agree with you. I mean, the Kong movies haven't been that good as far as like the human side of them.
So I've only liked Kong Skull Island. I haven't liked any of the other ones in that universe, and I don't even want to watch the new one that's coming out. I actually thought that was this movie too for a little bit.
You're wild. You're wild.
Oh my god. What's their franchise called or their universe?
It's
the Warner Brothers, is it?
I don't know. It's the Kongaverse. I don't know. I don't think it has one. Does it?
Which one was first? Was Kong Skull Island the first one?
No. Godzilla 2014 kicked it off, and then it was Skull Island, and then it was Godzilla King of the Monsters, and then it was Godzilla versus Kong, and now it's Godzilla X Kong. I'm hype as shit for it. King Kong's got a gauntlet. He's got a fucking Thanos gauntlet. Come on. But I mean, though the American movies are more akin to the original Japanese movies, this movie is an outlier. Godzilla movies are not this good. They're never this good because they're B movies. They're supposed to be shit. Yeah, because they're on a cheap budget. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's hard to make movies like this in general, though. So, like, the fact that it's good, like, the only, big movie I've liked like that, because I haven't liked any of the Transformers movies, I did like the first Pacific Rim.
That first Pacific Rim goes hard. So
but then the second one, ass.
Didn't even bother to see it because I was a little bit afraid.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
it.
Not worth it. Don't bother. I'm not gonna talk about it.
I like that.
I mean, that Gundam shit is cool, so I'm all about it.
Yeah, that's why the first one was popping.
And I'm all about seeing Japan after the war, dude. That's my favorite war, dude. World War II.
Yeah,
I didn't even know the time period or anything. I knew nothing. I never seen a trailer for this movie. I barely knew that it was a foreign film. I had so little information going in on this movie.
Wow. So you loved it?
We'll get to it.
No, that's the whole point of this. I just need to know that you liked it.
Yeah, we got a minute, dude.
I still don't know if you liked it. I still have no idea how you felt about it.
I think
I did really like it. This is probably I'd have to break it down, but it's probably in my top 10 for the year.
Good.
Wow.
I think it deserves it. I'm gonna go out there and say it. The best part about living in America is that all of the shitty Japanese and Korean movies get filtered out, and we only get the straight heaters out here, bro. That's all we get is straight heat. And this is another example of straight heat.
But you know what's crazy to me? I thought the acting was good, right? And I thought, for some reason, to me, it almost felt easier to follow versus like the Korean films we've watched. But I still think the Koreans, like the films we've watched from them, there's just a little more passion, and I felt like the acting was a little better. And I don't know if it's
no. Go ahead.
So yeah, I just feel like Korean films, like everyone I've seen, like even if the film itself is kind of falling flat, the acting is just, it doesn't miss.
Yep.
Like this one, the acting was still good, but like the rest of the surroundings was just also like great.
But you also we've seen the best Korean films ever.
Correct.
This is the best Japanese movie of the year.
Film.
This is the best Japanese movie of the year, hands down.
Like this needs to be nominated for like international film, like at the Oscars this year.
I think so. This movie had so much heart.
No way they do it though.
That little girl made me cry. I'll go ahead and say it.
That audio was a little weird to me, and I couldn't determine if it was her or like a baby that was like younger than her age. It was a little weird to my ear.
She was 2, wasn't she? I took it as like she was 2 years old.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. The time frame was a little weird. It kind of like...
It was a little weird.
Like, we got past some time. That's what happened.
It was like 2 years.
Yeah. All right, just quick. Thumbs up, thumbs down. 3, 2, 1. Oh wow, just a single thumb. James is a stickler, dude. He's like, I don't bring that.
Barely got him though.
I thought about it. I really did.
Nah, he's like, I need really this left hand from it. This is my juice hand.
Yeah,
I can't be putting on my juice hand for this. All right, that means that Godzilla gets a 5 out of a possible 5 thumbs up out of Sooner or Later TV, which means we're about to get into that spoilers right now. Kind of wish he would have died a little bit. Not gonna lie.
I thought it was so I like how they didn't actually kill anybody of like importance.
Whoa!
Like it's too easy to do that.
I agree.
And I think the fact that they didn't, there's so many scenes where it was like, oh, someone you like's about to die. And then the fact that they didn't do it because it's so different from what normally would happen that I'm like, you know what? Good for you.
So, but do we like how she lived on some anime shit?
I didn't like that. I thought she just stayed dead.
Dude, I loved it.
She's like, it's because she got like tainted with something. Like, because her neck, if you look at her neck on the side.
No, I'm saying in general.
Coming up.
Yeah, but like in general, no way she survives a nuclear blast like that.
Nah, bro, but she just got pushed back a little bit, dude. Come on. It's a light push, Eric.
So I think she technically would have died, but they show you that little thing in the end where they're like hugging and you see the blackness like going up her neck or whatever. Like there's something to it. If she should have died,
she's an alien, bro. She's an alien.
Yeah, the radiation poisoning.
The radiation, it's
an
something
alien,
with that.
right?
It's like it's morphed her. Yep, she's an alien.
No. Like, hold on, but wait. Toho Godzilla is mostly alien shit. Y'all know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I don't know that.
It's all alien shit. Like after the second movie, every motherfucker's an alien. We just got aliens coming down to Earth, and they're like, "Well, we ran into a Japanese dude, so this is how we look now."
So it's no longer aliens. Like the little lizard was nuclear, and No, Godzilla is a product of Earth. But then I think it's because we have a Godzilla now. Interplanetary beings are like, hey, we should see what this Earth is about. They got a Godzilla down there. So you think she got by an alien?
She might be an alien. That's all I'm saying. It depends on how B movie they want to go. If they want this to be grounded in reality, sure, it's radiation poisoning and she's just a superhuman now. But it could be alien shit.
But yeah, it's just foreshadowing for the next movie because we don't know yet. Like in the next movie, we'll find out in Godzilla -2. Like -2. But
you know why it's called -1 though, right?
No,
I don't know why it's called -1.
Dude, I have so little knowledge.
I mean, when we dropped those bombs on Japan, they started at 0.
Who's we, bro? I didn't drop nothing on nobody.
Sorry. When the United States Army or government.
Thank you. I'm Mexican American.
Japan was at 0, and so then with a Godzilla being a threat, they're at -1.
They had to move back 1, yeah. Because he said, I'm bored. I'm coming in here and just absolutely destroying everything out here.
Yeah, what's up with this heat over here? Let me check it out.
Wow, them humans? I'd love to eat them. So, how did you guys feel about the Godzilla that we got in the first 5 minutes of this movie? Did y'all think?
I was like, this is gonna be ass,
right?
Like
that Godzilla was so small, and Nick even said the same thing. He was like, if it was that size Godzilla, the whole movie, I'd have left. He was like, that Godzilla was not gonna cut it. It was not gonna work for me. Yeah.
I was like, when I've had first seen this, and I was like, oh, dude, he's not that big. So like, I'm like, okay, he's not really that big of a threat. But also, it's like, okay, those guns probably would have worked if a boy would have chopped on him.
I don't think so. I don't think it would have worked.
Well, I think it would have given him more damage, and he would have left. They would have survived at least.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so too.
But they allowed him to get too big, and then it's almost like every time he gets hurt, he gets even bigger. So like, and then he just got too powerful because they kept trying to like nuke him pretty much.
Dude, so when they first show us that like his nuclear regeneration,
the bomb thing, that's crazy. I was like,
this shit is fucking crazy.
But that's why I'm thinking that gun, that 20 millimeter on that fighter plane, wouldn't have done nothing. It would have hurt. It would have put holes in Godzilla, but then the holes would have just zoom, 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 and then he would have ended up killing people anyways.
He went from being like a 2-story building though to like a skyscraper though.
Right? No, I know. But I mean, I think that dog was in him the whole time. He just wasn't that big yet. I think he made the right move. Go ahead.
They were like, it went from they couldn't do damage to him with little like small bullets, whatever. You remember they're shooting them with stuff that goes through like tanks and like like piercing
like
armor
airplane
stuff.
Guns.
Yeah. Like I think it would have done work.
Not enough.
Or it wouldn't have. No, they couldn't have killed him. Without a doubt. They would not have killed him.
No. He would have just made him mad.
Yeah, they would have stunned him and he would have left, or they would have hit him. He would have been hurt. He would have recovered, and then he really would have just killed everybody.
Bro, he'd have pulled a Rocky Balboa. Go ahead, Eric. I'll say my name.
If he got a good eye shot in there, though, and that eye would have been fucking obliterated.
Nah, bro, he had that regeneration. He would have pulled the Rocky Balboa. He'd have lost that first fight, trained harder, and came back and just absolutely wrecked shop. He would have just done so much damage on that island, and our lead character would have died. He would have never made it out.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, we'd have followed the mechanic.
I couldn't have followed him. He's too mean.
Even
he's too
then,
guy.
Yeah.
They set that up so I knew the whole like the ejection sheet thing was going to happen. It was too much.
Yeah, they did too much foreshadowing to it.
Yeah.
Because they dropped it like twice.
It's 3 scenes in a row.
Yeah, so it's like boom, boom, boom. They drop it.
They made the kamikaze, pilots without ejection seats or whatever, and then it's more or less like they do something else where they're like, oh, they don't have the seats or whatever, and then when he goes and tells him like, oh, hey, and one more thing, and then they don't tell you the one more thing.
It was too,
like, what could it
they should have
possibly
left
be?
it with the, because I really liked, because they said, oh, the kamikazes didn't actually have them in there, and then like you said, and they say it was still in development. And then they show us this in development plane, this prototype, and you're like, oh, it probably has that shit in there.
So I don't know the lore behind it, but I thought it was they purposely didn't put them in there because they didn't want them ejecting. They wanted them fighting to the death, or is that like not true? Like, I mean,
it makes sense though with like, I'm but a humble weeb, but you fight to the death. You're not fighting out there to come back. You know what I mean? Like, there's honor in a death in battle. There's no honor. How they do, go ahead.
How they do the sword thing. So I'm like, I can see them being like, hey, that's a part you signed up. Yeah. So and that's just one thing I've always believed, and I don't know if there's any fact to it or not, but I could have swore that's why they didn't have them, not just because they didn't have the technology for them.
I'm gonna look it up right now, but we can keep vamping. Also, it's seppuku, by the way. I said Sudoku as a joke.
Okay.
I hope none of our future fans angrily comment down below, because I know, idiot, shut up. It's a joke.
I mean, 0.2% of people that watch this podcast are from Japan.
It's pretty good. I'll take all of Shohei Ohtani's second and third cousins watching. Thank you.
Please.
We're essentially go ahead.
But yeah, I think like that was the only thing where I didn't really like, because I was like, I get what's gonna happen, but also too, would have been a newer plane, like that one would have it. But overall, I'm just like, okay, you guys have been pretty good storytelling. So like that, and then obviously the girl not dying. That's the only two where I was like, a little much. And then even like I wouldn't really say it's the end credit scene. I guess just like the last scene in the movie, like. As a person that knows about Godzilla, I think you could have just let it be. Like, you didn't have to do the
whole... Not even tease it.
Yeah.
No, but the tease is cool. I kind of like that.
We know he regenerates already. Like, I think if we didn't know he regenerated, maybe...
I mean, but we just saw old boy blow his entire top off, though. There was no top half of the jaw on Godzilla, so... I mean,
there's no brain.
there was and they froze him and he like shattered, didn't he? So like,
Yeah.
I needed it because for a moment there I was like, no, they did a little bit of work to my boy Godzilla down there, huh?
Yeah.
He's nothing but
they were
ice
giving him the
chunks.
business.
Yeah.
They were giving him.
They did everything. They executed A, B, and C plans.
For real though.
If C didn't work, that was it. I would have jumped off the boat. I would have just drowned. Whatever. I don't need to be out here.
And I also knew once she got the letter or whatever, old girl was alive too. Like I don't know if you guys did.
Okay, you guessed it too. So
I didn't catch that. No.
Oh, what? Yeah.
I was like,
who else was it gonna be?
Who's sending letters, bro? The mechanics
already
here.
did.
no,
money.
dude, I didn't
Right.
know.
If he didn't give her a note and the money, then it's like, oh man, this is from him.
Oh yeah, we're
Or,
finding
like-
out he's alive or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, who else could that note have
See,
been? And then her
Eric-
be like, you idiot.
You got to watch more anime, Eric, because that is
Yeah.
anime stuff right there, dude. It's anime as hell. So no, it was really funny. So Nick's a movie talker, so he don't give a shit. He's just out here. He's enjoying the
Damn.
movie. I'm gonna conversate a little bit. So when he gets the letter, he goes, "What do you think's in it?" I go, "I know what's in it. Do you want to know?" And he goes, "What?" I said, "I know what's in it. Do you want to know?" And he goes, "Sure." I'm like, "Oh, girl is still alive. What? Like, isn't it obvious? Because who else is sending letters like this?" And then, sure enough, the end thing came up, and she was alive. And he was like, "Oh, you called it!" Like, yeah.
Like, if for some reason he doesn't actually find the mechanic, it's like, okay, maybe it's the mechanic. But we know he found the mechanic.
Yeah.
Who else was he writing the letters to? Nobody.
Kind of
Like,
crazy that mechanic hog-tied him and beat his ass. That is wild.
But I mean, I get it though, because he's like, I'm living with this. I think it's my fault too. And then you're gonna tell me it's all my fault. Oh nah, buddy, I'm hitting you in the eye straight up. And then,
I mean, it was a good plan to get the mechanic on board.
I wouldn't have done that. He wild for that.
Out of rage, you would have been like, "Man, fuck this guy."
No, I'm saying I wouldn't have written those letters to him like that. That guy could come up with a gun. I don't think Japanese people got guns like that, but you don't know. He's ex-military. He probably has a gun or two.
Dude, not after a war like that, dude. No one has anything.
No,
I mean, they did decommission a lot of stuff. It
they
was really hard. They took a lot
decommissioned
of
the
weapons.
military, though. He's not
You don't think
military.
they
He's a
were-
civilian,
I mean, he was still
He's-
in the military.
ex-military.
Now, yeah, but I'm sure they took his guns away at first.
Yeah.
Now, if he went and found a little rifle in a shed or something, sure.
No, I feel like if you're losing a war, I'm not even taking count of nothing. Whatever, man. You take it home. Who cares?
Fuck this.
I don't know that works, but maybe.
The Japanese dollar's down. It's in the dirt right now. I'm not even bothering. Who gives a shit? You're gonna need that
I
to
don't
get
know.
food anyways. Irradiated deer. You're gonna have to start shooting them out here just to survive.
Dude, they took their guns because they knew they had swords, all right?
That's
they were
true.
like... He also, though, he could have just brought a samurai sword and cut
sliced
him
them in
up,
half.
you know?
Yeah.
I know they didn't take those away.
I mean, I don't know about a samurai sword, but just a regular sword.
They're not gonna have a Y handler out here, Eric. It's gonna be a fucking samurai sword, okay?
Yeah.
You don't have to be politically correct. I don't think Japanese people were using rapiers out there. No, it's a samurai
No, I'm
sword.
just saying.
I'm
not
sorry, you're
everyone
right.
gets a samurai sword.
Katana.
It's gonna be a piece of shit. Yeah, it's gonna be a piece of shit katana.
It's just a
Yeah,
piece
maybe.
of shit. It's
or
what
all rusted, not even folded Damascus, just regular ass iron.
rusted, dusted samurai
Hey,
sword.
that'll get you.
This is my grandpappy's samurai sword.
It's gonna fucking break on the first swing.
Hey, as long as
That's
it
even
breaks in his
worse.
neck, that's all I care about, I don't need much more than that. I still don't know what kamikaze means. I've been trying to read and joke all at the same time. But essentially, they thought that they were like, well, if we crash our planes into these warships, it's going to be way better than if we miss a bomb. So we might as well just crash our planes into them, right, guys? And then they all looked around the room and everybody went, I don't know, sure. And then they started kamikazing. That's what it looks like out here.
It was also, I think they just didn't have the technology.
Yeah, that's mostly what
And
it was.
if they ejected high enough, there would be no pilot to steer it into the ships. So
Bad plan, because you're getting rid of dudes left and right out here. And only about 19% of kamikaze attacks were successful. Bad
Oh,
numbers.
wow, that's surprising.
How low
Eric,
it is?
you know what's interesting?
I think it's just good in movies because they just show them so effective.
I mean, yeah, look at Pearl Harbor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are just nosediving. Go ahead, James.
So, katanas are actually illegal in Japan.
Well, now they are, Come on. This is a public safety hazard.
Yeah.
But back then,
you ain't got no hunting katanas. It's my board katana.
I mean, you could, right?
That'd be wild.
katana.
You gotta get so close to something to kill it.
No, it has to be the little small one. It can't be over 6 inches. You can't,
you're talking about like the blade that you have in your offhand, the little daggers that you use. Yeah,
it probably has like limits to it. The handle can't be more than 3 inches.
Yeah, it's gonna fit in the palm of your hand. It can only be used to open up letters at work or whatever. That's kind of surprising, though. I guess, but it's a public safety thing. Like, what do you need a katana for in the year of our Lord 2023? You know?
I mean, I'm pretty sure one of like their like a dude that was running for office literally got katana to death. So makes sense.
He was an ex-politician. I think he got katana.
In 1876, katanas became like illegal.
1876. No wonder why they lost the war.
Yeah.
They should have used more katanas. Could you imagine if they had a giant katana to fight Godzilla, dude? Come on. They put themselves down.
They would have needed Starboy or whatever that big robot is.
Starboy?
So
the big O, I know.
So some military people could still hold the swords. I'm assuming it's more like officers and stuff like that. Like distinguished people could still have. Yeah. He didn't have no sword.
No way. He had to go bare knuckle boxing at this point. He had nothing left.
Especially because like his whole squad got killed. They ain't giving him no sword. If he had a sword, he no longer has a sword.
He lost that privilege.
Yeah.
So walking out of the theater, Nick said that if he could cut 15 minutes from this relatively short movie, 2 hours and 5 minutes, including credits, that's a short movie. That's a good amount. Yeah. But he was like, I think we could have cut.
You were born.
Yeah, for real though. He said, if I could have cut 15 minutes, I don't need none of the stuff on the boat. Don't give me any of the stuff on the boat. I don't care. Just tell me that this dude's a doctor, that this dude's a captain, and this dude's a little boy, and I'm good. And I'm like,
I love that camaraderie.
But then it's like, I understand what he's saying, but also it's like, but then when they come around so much, it's just like, when did they build this relationship? I guess while they were on the boat. But also, it wasn't like it was quick. Their little bonding moments.
I felt like we got the bulk of the movie with him at home, disrespecting that little girl.
Yeah, that was bogus.
Hey, don't call me dad.
Yeah, I'm not your dad, pal. Yeah, that was rough. Watching those scenes,
was brutal.
I'm kind of surprised none of those dudes kind of squared up with him after he started talking to that little girl like that.
Dude, oh boy, the captain almost did a few times.
Well, after Akiho died or whatever, that's her name, right? What's her name?
Isn't it like
I don't know.
No, Akiho's the little girl.
Yeah, I don't think it's Akiho, but
no, it's Akiko. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it looked like a H. I'm far away from my screen.
It's Noriko, right?
Yeah, Noriko is the mom.
Yeah,
it's this dude's girl. And then who's this? Okay. I'm trying to figure out the cast list. I don't know why they laid it out like this.
So you think they got married?
Nah, she died of radiation
after
poisoning,
the radiation.
Dude. Yeah,
that's possible.
Nah, she became toxic.
She's the toxic Avenger, actually. Yeah, they had to have gotten married. There's no way he goes on another day without getting married.
I mean, he said, I wanted this too. It's like, bro, no, you did it. You only realized that now because she did.
No, he only realized that because she started working, and he's like, "Whoa, I don't like this.
Yeah,
a woman's place is at home."
Dude, that was so progressive, though. I was like, "Damn, she's getting a job."
I did like how progressive she was.
Yeah.
After stealing a woman's daughter,
those little pantsuits, I love those, dude.
Yeah. I mean, 2 years being a kept woman, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm going back to the workforce."
That means the house sucked. That house had to have been hell to live in if that
toxic
was the case.
I mean, the whole first year they didn't have the good hut, like.
Who's this guy?
Nobody had a good hut.
Dude,
what's this guy's name?
When he rebuilt his hut, though, it was fire.
No, I agree. His new hut was straight heat. They had doors that closed, and the rain wasn't coming in the ceiling.
Isn't that like Ultraman, Eric?
What's up?
There you go.
You're talking Ultraman?
Because when we talk about if we had a big sword to kill Godzilla, it'd have been this guy holding it.
You wouldn't do Ultraman. Oh, this guy? No. You do Voltron, maybe. Ultraman doesn't use swords, I don't think. He's just straight hands.
I think he has like a laser gun.
Yeah, laser gun sounds about right.
He looks like, I mean, just because he looks like a space guy.
He does a lot of hand-to-hand combat, Ultraman.
Oh, okay.
No, you're looking for more of a Voltron if you're doing swords.
But what is that gonna matter, dude? Kong had a whole hammer knife combo, and he couldn't do nothing to Godzilla.
It was a hatchet made out of Godzilla's own skin. I don't know what he thought that was gonna do to him. Okay, like. I'm not saying the American kaiju is a genius. Dude's kind of a gorilla, literally.
Yeah.
He's kind of not smart. But like, Ultraman throws hands.
I mean, they just gotta make Mechagodzilla like everyone else.
Nah, Mechagodzilla always loses though.
Dude, Mechagodzilla was winning that until Kong wants a 2v1, dude. Kong would have stayed in his lane.
Dude, Kong was third partying hard as shit out there.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, it's a fight. Let's get him, boys.
Yeah, he's like, if they kill each other and I just step in there, and I'll take the winning side, though.
I'll take both crowns. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Damn, now I'm trying to look.
Because I also think they made recently an Ultraman film, like this Toho.
No, it was Shin Kamen Rider is what they made.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm. Maybe there was an Ultraman recently. I don't know how.
Because when I was looking up trailers for this, it popped up, and I was like, oh, wow.
Oh, Shin Ultraman. Nope. Yep. They released a trailer in July for it.
So
no, it was May of 2022. I didn't know they did an Ultraman one. So Shin Kamen Rider came out this past year. Go ahead.
Oh, I have seen like parts at like his poster.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, hey, I love this movie. Let me fucking peep what else, they got cooking over there.
So all the Shin movies are supposed to be good. So they did Shin Godzilla and then Shin Ultraman and then Shin Kamen Rider. And they're all basically like throwbacks to the original movies where these dudes all got released. And apparently they're all heat. They're all really, really good.
I'm looking at the Netflix series thing. What is this?
An Ultraman Netflix series?
Yeah.
Oh, it's an anime? Oh, damn. This looks...
live action anime?
No. It's an anime. It's a 3D anime.
Season just came out this year, too.
Looks pretty sick. Just this trailer right now looks pretty dope.
Those are kind of dope.
Dude, all I'm saying, the Japanese are back.
They're back.
They're so back.
They ever left.
I don't think they've ever left. 45, they took a nap, but they're back, baby.
A light sleep,
The light sleeper.
It's like Jordan. They went to go play baseball,
I mean, they birthed Shohei Ohtani, so like they literally took America's pastime. America may have won the war, but now they took the pastime.
Damn.
No, America won the battle, okay? The Japanese won the war.
Yeah, you're right. If you own baseball, you own the world.
I mean,
they just paid America and the Dodgers paid him $700 million. So I think.
And homie is funneling that back home. 100%. He's not keeping much of that for himself. He's living a comfortable life, and then sending it all back to Japan.
And he's from like rural Japan too, so
bro, they're about to get the good huts.
Yeah,
they're about to be good hutting it. Dang.
They're about to fund a whole orphanage.
They're gonna start orphaning kids out there just to pump them into the new orphanage.
What's crazy? Because with Shohei, they got another pitcher called Yamato, and then like another pitcher, or whatever. They're all coming over right now, plus a few other players, or whatever. They're about to play those guys like $1 billion combined, even though Shohei does most of it or whatever. But it's still gonna be like $1.3 billion.
Oh my god!
Japan's gonna make some warships with that.
100%. Yeah, they're gonna rearmament themselves.
Yeah, they're gonna have like in Top Gun, they're gonna have the 5th generation fighters.
Oh no.
What was your guys' favorite crewmate, or I guess dude besides the main guy?
Probably the scientist, Doc.
I didn't like the main guy, to be honest with you. I thought the main guy.
I thought he was a little
kind of sucks. He is
a little flaky.
Yeah, very flaky out here, telling his stepdaughter of 2 years, "I'm not your dad. Stop calling me that." And she's like, "All right, daddy." Okay. The scientist was the best guy. He was best boy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I like the funnier dude, the other guy next to the scientist.
You didn't.
The captain or the kid?
Yeah, they did the drive, I guess. Yeah.
The captain. He's a captain.
Yeah.
He captains the ship, Eric.
I mean, when they introduced him,
I just don't know his name.
Captain Kidd.
He would be. He's Yoji.
Yoji Akitsu. He's the captain of the Shinsei Maru. It says in the cast list.
There you go, dude. I love that guy. I want to see him in more movies.
I need that naval officer and more, or the naval weapons engineer and more.
I mean, he was cool too, but he wasn't as funny. He was the brains, right? And then this dude was the funny.
No way. If he didn't make that genius plan, there would have been no comedy involved.
I mean, yeah, obviously he did.
He's the catalyst.
They would have just died in the first rendezvous with old boy Godzilla.
So, speaking of the cast, the character Tatsuhoda, the captain of the Yukikaza, Nick read that wrong, and he thought he was a captain of the Yakuza.
That's great. I love that.
And he's like, I don't know how that Yakuza captain got that Navy outfit. He wore the shit out of that hat. I was like, Nick, it was called the Yukikaza. He's like, oh, okay. Well, that's cool. I was like, yeah, I'm glad you thought that was just a Yakuza who was like, I'm a military genius. Everybody needs to follow me right now.
He didn't realize that they were just all just ex-naval people and... No.
He was vibing. He was just out there. It was all vibes.
Yeah, fair.
Did it hit you guys like a Mack truck when you could understand what was being said in the movie for like 10 minutes? When they started playing like the it was some like archival recordings or whatever, and it was like American military stuff, and they were speaking English. I was like, "What's going on? I can understand." Hello,
I can understand Japanese.
Oh my God, I'm offended.
They broke the fourth wall.
Yeah, I don't like it. Put it back together.
That's the technology we need, man. An earpiece that translates and you just hear it in English.
Oh, man, I could stop reading these movies.
They kind of have it.
Nah, not good enough.
Not good enough. Definitely
obviously.
not good enough, Eric.
Yeah.
Not good enough.
Because it still sounds like Microsoft Sam or whatever, you know?
I mean, for one-on-one conversations, it's fine, yes.
Yeah,
Is it fine?
talking about...
Go ahead, James.
I'm talking about some stuff where it's like, you're speaking a different language and I'm hearing it in English. Like,
so you need the noise cancellation to be fucking ultra good.
Ultraman, if you will.
But also retain the sound effects and translate. That's impossible, Jaime.
Yeah, if they could just dub the movie over for me, that'd be great, actually.
Yeah. It's almost like the people would have to more or less like the actors that are doing it have to like simultaneously like dub in a sense to my ear. Which we're not there yet, but
not quite.
Yeah, no.
We're getting there though.
Dude, we're going to Mars. Dude, we're gonna figure it out.
I don't know if we're going to Mars. I don't know if we're gonna get there. We gotta find Godzilla first, and then maybe we can go to Mars.
Yeah,
we gotta crack the mantle of Earth to unleash the monsters that are underneath our mantle or whatever.
I can't wait till those sea creatures come up.
I can wait. They're gonna scare me. I'm not ready for it.
I love that. Was kind of cool though.
Which part?
When every time you came, you see the big creatures that are like
the weird deep sea fish. Yeah. And I love how it's like, oh god, there's way more here than there were there, and it's like, oh yeah, because he's like literally like 5 times his size, if not bigger. So do you guys know how he stays up? How he like sits upright in the water? 'Cause they're deep out at sea. There you go. It's all propelled through his butt.
No, I don't know.
People have speculated. Yeah, so people have speculated online. So there's like video of how crocodiles and alligators push themselves up through the water, and it's like all with their tail. So their body doesn't move, but their tail's like essentially like pushing the water up. So essentially he's down there using that big ass tail and just like keeping the water flowing beneath him, and he could just stand there and just move his tail. Which is rad. That's such a terrifying concept.
The design is interesting, right? Because like to me, I'm like it looks like clay. It looks like a toy in a sense sometimes, but like but also it like looks good. Like it just looks a little weird to the eye. Like, and I don't know what it is.
But it looks like a dude in a suit. It's the same.
Kinda,
it's like other than like things like the spikes on its spine being a bit bigger. That's exactly how the suit looked, where it had like big thighs and the tail was long and floppy. Yeah. Like I think they did a fantastic job doing it fully CGI but making it look like it's a dude in a suit.
Yeah. I thought the coolest visual of it is when his head is just like out of the water.
This
Like
shit's
you see like just the
terrifying.
eyes
That
and the
shit was
mouth.
awesome.
Like I think that's the best like visual of it. Cause like you see more of the flaws when he's like out in the open or whatever. But I think overall like the water scenes, all the water scenes I think were great. Like I think they nailed that. Like
Dude, I loved his eyes. Like you said in that water scene, like his eyes just they look a little freaky, but it's hot.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it is
this
hot. Yeah.
Godzilla, the best thing about this Godzilla is that it's more of an animal than the American Godzilla.
Mhm.
Like, American Godzilla is almost too smart, you know? And this
Yeah.
Godzilla is like, I just woke up, I want to eat people. So I'm going to just eat some people. And it's so scary because it's like, oh, this dude is truly just out here trying to destroy stuff. Whatever, man.
And I like how they did like the apex predator thing too, where it's like because it was kind of like that with Godzilla and the American ones too, where they're like, oh, another species. So when he's hearing his voice or whatever, he's like, all right, who's in my area? Like I'm gonna go wreck their life. Because he was like that ship though. That scene was cool when the ship comes too. Like I mean, and that's the scene that Eric posted a picture of where his face is out. Like that whole sequence is like fantastic.
Yeah.
Where they blow his head off or whatever, or his mouth
the
up.
ship comes in and it starts doing work and stuff. You're like, oh man, this ship, I see the power, I see it. But then, nah, dude, once he does the gator roll, it's over.
Yeah.
Bro, that gator roll was insane. I was like, holy shit. But let's talk about the best part of this Godzilla, though. His fucking activation, or whatever you want to call it.
And when he charges up the laser.
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
I don't know.
When they first started doing that.
The new Godzilla's pink though now. He got that pink radiation. That one might be pretty dope.
I thought the blue was cool. I like how it's like solar beam when you get that blast and you got to recharge for the next turn.
Yeah.
That was funny.
So
or like each like of his tail bumps like going up was awesome.
So you have a visual representation of how close you are to absolutely not being alive anymore. It's crazy how quick this one moves. It's not like a beam like the American one is. This one is like a sniper shot.
Yeah,
and it's like
instantaneous.
Boom. Yeah. That was wild. In the city when that happens, I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
How
Bro,
do you
They did what Nolan couldn't, man. They showed us a nuclear bomb going off in Japan.
Dude.
Yeah.
Nolan
when I saw that, I was like, Nolan sucks.
Yeah, he's trash. He's washed.
And the way the sound wave and just like all that stuff just disintegrates and blows like every time is crazy.
Bro, my mouth was agape every
time. It
time.
felt so much more destructive than what we saw in Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
I'm convinced they actually recorded an actual nuclear blast. Like Nolan said he did it, but this one actually did it.
I mean, they probably had the audio from when the actual bombs went off. And they were like,
they had to edit out all the screams, probably.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? Because like people were saying like this movie was made for $15 million, but then the director was like, he said, I wish I had $15 million.
Did he say that?
This movie was there's a chance the movie was made for less. I mean, not even a chance. This movie was made for less than $15 million. Now, could it have been 12, 13? And he's like, maybe if I had a couple more. But this movie's probably made for 10 million and under.
Yeah, anything less than 15 million is crazy. But making this
15 is crazy,
15
but
million
less?
is crazy. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it. I couldn't.
A movie like this too, dude. Shit. There's only a couple times where it looked the
water. I think looked bad. Go ahead.
I think the plane also looked a little iffy towards when
it was really moving.
Plane.
Yeah.
And the water did look a little iffy.
But that's nitpicking. I only noticed it because I had to look down to read the shit anyways, and I'm looking at the water the whole time. I'm like, this could look a little bit better, huh, guys?
Yeah.
But like for $15 million, I couldn't have made a better movie.
No. We're not getting Avatar water for
no fucking way.
You need to put in at least $100 million.
But Jimmy Cams wishes he could make a movie like this. This is the movie he wishes Avatar was.
Yeah.
That it's never gonna be.
No.
But yeah, other than the water,
shit was too cool.
So how do we feel about the little girl actor?
She was limited, so it was fine. She didn't really do too much. I thought the scenes where she was sad when her mom died was good, but for the rest of it, I was just like, whatever.
damn, just whatever.
Yeah. The crying sounded weird to me.
It was forced, but they didn't use fake crying.
Yeah,
they didn't.
They were like, "Hey, bro, cry. Do the cry."
I mean, they didn't have a budget, so they had.
I didn't like how she went from 0 to 100 crying in like 2 seconds.
Real emotional.
But that's how babies are. I think they got that. They nailed that. That's how babies are. At any moment, they can cry.
They made her age a little. Like, I understand, like that. Yes, it's probably right, but based on like movie, it makes it seem like she's way older than she is, even though like she is probably like she went from like 9 months to 2 in this span, sure. But it's like, to me, she almost seemed like she was a little too old. So then when she was crying too much like a baby, and I don't know, it just they need the actor to be a little younger. They need a little younger baby.
But then you can't get an actor that's that young, dude. Then it's useless.
He can't.
Then you're like poking the bottom of their feet with a needle just to get them to cry and shit. Yeah, we can't be doing that.
Yeah.
Then you need twins on set, or I guess I don't know how they do in Japan.
Nah, they would do that too. They'd have twins.
They would sacrifice one baby for the other if they had to.
Oh
so they would have.
So I got nothing else. You guys want to go to questions?
This shit was just too raw, dude. I loved it.
Do you guys have like a specific favorite part, or?
I
when they first show us his beam, I like fucking tismed.
I mean, no. The beam attack in the city was straight fire. And the fact that we physically see the love interest get sucked back with the blast when she pushes him is, dude, that's some of the most brutal shit I've ever seen without there being any blood. We got no blood, no guts, but we just saw this woman get sucked back and instantly knew she was dead. You don't see that happen and be like, she lived. She's good. She's gonna bounce back.
I would have bodied him into the alleyway, but
I don't even know how she's strong enough to stiff arm this man into the alley and not fall in there with him. Just tackle him. Oh
yeah, I'm like bear hugging into him, right?
Yeah, 100%.
But also too, like he's probably just off balance, I guess, or whatever. Also, so my favorite scene is just like the water stuff. The thing I didn't like though was like, bro, there's no way he could have found her. Like, absolutely zero chance.
Oh, when he goes into the city to rescue her?
When he finds her in the city.
Oh yeah, he just
she literally just fell from the sky.
Yeah,
yeah.
And she starts running, and then she falls, doesn't she? And then she just
up.
Yeah, she resigns herself to death.
Love, dude.
Yeah.
I guess he went, I gotta find her. I'm not taking care of this baby alone, he says. And then he runs to her.
It's not my kid.
Like,
yeah, he just loved his roommate, bro. She's paying half the rent. Yeah.
No, she's not.
100%.
That was her first day at the job.
No, I'm saying she
really
would have, though, you know? Like, she would have paid half the rent.
Yeah. Dude, he already was cutting off her allowance. He could afford it.
But yeah, that was wild. I think when he ran up to her, I was like, how'd you find her, though?
Yeah, I ain't got no cell phone.
Yeah, you ain't got no GPS on her, dude. You don't know.
No.
But he did know. I don't know.
I mean, he knew the city, unless the city was super small, but I don't think it was.
I mean, that's the thing, too. So they built the city back up. They built it back up after the bombs and stuff or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, like, she probably only could have been in a central location.
No, yeah. I don't even think they built it back up. I think this city didn't take as much damage as how they describe it. So this city was like, they didn't have to do much to get it back up and running. Like, it was basically like still cool because it was far away enough from the major sites that got hit. So it was just like, I'm going to just go to work. We'll be okay now that we have a good house or whatever. But like, he probably knew that city, and he probably knew like, oh, the tram is going to run this way, and there's a Godzilla right there. I know she's on the tram. I memorized the schedules. She got to be in there somewhere. And so he just ran up on her.
If she doesn't fall in the water, she dies, and then he just dies from Godzilla, and the movie's over, which is kind of crazy.
Cuts to black.
He would have just died to Godzilla. If he never found her, yeah.
She saves him.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Because he was just sitting there.
And he's probably still wandering. There's no way he runs away from Godzilla. He was running into Godzilla.
He was gonna square up on Godzilla. He's like, Godzilla, I'm running your leathery pockets.
Where's my roommate?
Yeah, you took my roommate. Yeah. I can't raise no babies alone. No.
That's not my child. I'm not
I didn't have a least favorite part though. I love this movie. But this was,
I wanted a little more Godzilla destruction, but the human story was so good that I was like, I got enough. What I got was good.
That's the thing.
I felt
Normally,
the same way.
yeah, normally I'd be like, I need more monsters too, just because like the human interactions are so whack, or like they don't really push the story forward, or like you'll have so in the last one, Godzilla vs Kong, where it's like half these people were just doing stuff that was just it had no meaning to the story and was just kind of stupid.
Yeah.
And I was like, they could have had like, but they wanted to have Millie Bobby Brown and stuff, so like I guess I get it, but
Yeah.
Dude, it was a good get. It was a good get. She was hot right there.
Yeah.
They had to strike while the iron was hot.
Yeah, it made sense.
All right, then if we're good, we're going to questions. So, Cinema Score questions. Would we buy this movie physically? Hell
Yes.
yeah. I'm scooping this movie up so fast.
You might have to.
scooping
This
up the
movie's probably
Toho
hard to even
bundle.
get.
No, this is going to get a wide release. So they, maybe 10 years ago, it was a while ago, they released all of the Shoho Godzilla movies up until that point. So it was like a 32 movie box set full
I'm waiting for
of
that.
all of the Godzilla movies. And it was crazy how many movies you got in that box set. So they might do these, like they're probably going to release like all the Shins together, and then
Yeah, once
also
the current
throw
run of it's done.
yeah. And probably just throw -1 in there as well. But shit, I want to buy this movie separate. Oh man, this box art is gonna be dope. It's gonna be
I mean,
so
the
cool.
poster itself is like dope. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sick. Every aspect of this movie, I think they knocked it out of the park. What'd you say, James? You said no to the physical?
no, yeah, I don't really.
Yeah. Well, you never know. What if
Yeah,
there's one
it was
with,
a
like,
maybe though. Really, honestly, it's closer to a maybe than a no.
all they need to do is have Shoei on the cover as well, and then we're good to go.
Dude, if they could render Shohei's face on this guy for the whole movie, I'm in.
Oh my god, you're ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's a
You're gonna deep fake.
yeah.
It's a Godzilla body. It's the shot where it goes up his back and it's zoom, zoom, zoom,
Yeah.
zoom, and then it turns around and it's Shohei Otani's face, and he just. That'd be the
I'd
most
buy
ridiculous
that.
shit.
I'd buy that in a heartbeat. We need to actually do that.
We're gonna have to go to Fiverr and just ask somebody to do it.
shit.
They'll do it too.
Yeah, they will.
Ah, that'd be dope. And then we got to send it to Shoei, and it'll be like, "This is disrespectful as hell."
Yeah,
I really
either
did not
love it or
like that.
hate it though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He'll probably hate it.
more than likely.
he'll pay us to get rid of it. Is what he'll do.
Hey, we'll take it.
Would we buy this in the $7.99 bin at Best Buy, Walmart, FYE, or Voodoo? This is
I mean, if I see this for $7.99, you got to.
It's a steal.
Even if it's
Yeah.
DVD quality, I'm buying it because it's crazy. Would you put this on in the background while people are over? No way.
This
Why
has
not?
too much, but this has too much human element. Like, it's not like the other ones.
And
Like-
it's, if there's an American dub, if there's an English dub,
English dub.
I'll throw it on in the background.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I want the American dub with the Southern accent.
Yeah. Oh no, Akiko, I'm not your pappy. So call me pappy, Akiko.
Yeah.
When you gonna wife her up? When you gonna wife up your roommate?
When you gonna wife her down? She's doing wifey material thing.
And you got a kid, brother?
Shiki Shishima, what are you doing, man? You gotta shoot
Oh,
the
no.
bombs.
It's Godzilla.
Godzilla. Oh shit, he's about to -1 my ass. He said, and I quote, "I'm gonna -1 a can of whoop ass on Kyoto. We gotta get the hell out of here." Oh no. Shit. Now that one I'd have in the background when people are over because that'd be wild as hell. Will it get a sequel?
Yes.
Most likely.
It would be crazy. This movie did what? How much its budget back? It made over four. It was 4.5 times its budget back. It'd be wild if
Yeah.
they didn't make another one.
And it's super highly rated.
Yeah. Based on the ending too, like they're setting up for sequels. I feel.
Some real the game is on type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And did it live up to expectations? Yes.
For
I
once,
think so.
So it's one of those things. Well, usually I'm like disappointed by a lot of movies that are hyped up, but also too I had the less amount of like knowledge, but I did look at I knew it was rated well, so I was like, yeah, okay.
There's no way
buddy.
a movie not in English. Get out of here.
What? Only 3 ratings?
Yeah.
How many ratings are there actually?
111 at 97%. And then 2,500 for audiences at 98.
It's a little low.
But for how limited this is so far, I think it's gonna bump up after it gets more of a release.
I don't think it's gonna, is it?
This is
This is the tail end of it, right?
I think so. Or no, it comes back the 15th.
Does it?
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Damn, this movie's about to make some money.
I think that's a lot though.
Reddit
Go ahead.
got this at a 9.2.
Oh, don't taint my scores.
They rated.
I believe it though.
My tainted.
Yeah, I still don't know what I'm gonna rate this. And then are we gonna watch this again? I'm gonna watch this again.
I'll bang him.
I think I'll have to make sure that Mikey's emotionally ready for this movie, and then I gotta watch it with him. Because I didn't take him to this one. We've seen all the American ones together. This movie's a tearjerker. He might be like, "Yo, this shit's sad. I hate Japanese Godzilla."
Yeah. All right. He's
sucks.
the worst.
Yeah, this guy's not cool.
Should drop another bomb. Fuck.
We need another 3, dude. And then we all recommended, I'd imagine, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Who am I recommending Godzilla -1 to? I recommended it to Jack, and that's about the only dude that I know that likes Godzilla movies.
I mean, anybody people I've talked to about this, even though it's a foreign film, also too, it's only 2 hours. Now, this was 240, 3 hours. The 2 hours, I think it opens it up. It does open it up.
That's true.
I would recommend it to people that anybody I know that just likes like I don't know, because I know this is not like a blockbuster, but it has that feel because of the action and stuff like that.
Now this is closer to a block. This is like a blockbuster light almost.
For sure, closer than the Candyman for sure.
100% closer than Candyman for sure. Yeah. They didn't hide the bad CGI in the nighttime. That's how you know it's a blockbuster.
Honestly, this is probably a Japanese blockbuster. I don't know when their hot season is.
I guarantee they're not spending much more than $15 million on big movies in Japan. So this is probably a Japanese blockbuster.
Even a lot of foreign films don't give crazy budgets. America's the only one that wants to spend $300 million on movies.
Yeah, but it's
there's like zero Japan data in the numbers, which is weird.
Is Japan hiding their numbers data? That's a little strange.
Yeah, what's going on here?
They're releasing this on what was I gonna say? I almost said 9/11 for some reason.
I know, I heard it. I felt it.
You mean December 7th, 1941?
Yeah, Japanese 9/11. Never forget. Dude, a second fat man has hit the fucking land, dude.
Oh no!
Yeah,
not the El Gay. Not the Nola Gay.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh no, we had Japanese listeners. That's it, dude. They're out of here.
Yeah, we had a good run.
We're sorry.
We had a good Japanese run.
Yeah.
Our Korean listeners are loving this right now.
Oh yeah,
yeah, fuck them up.
Get them, dude. They deserve it. They said. All right, boys. That brings us to our ratings. So, Eric, what do you give Godzilla -1?
Can Jaime go first or no?
Nope, I don't want to. I'll go last.
All right, James is gonna go last. That means I'm giving Godzilla -1 9.5. Bam, 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 bam.
Bro, that classic.
Yeah, the Godzilla theme is hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Eric,
I'm gonna give this also a 9.5. 9.5. The little things on his back going boom, boom, boom,
boom. And then they started getting so fast. Those big ones were just going go, 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 go.
I thought he was just growing at first. I was like, this is
Could you imagine if he's out there in the middle of the street just getting bigger, getting larger on top of these people?
God bless.
All right, James.
All right. I'm also gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Holy shit.
I don't even have to do the math. That means that Godzilla -1 gets a sooner or later average score of 9.5 out of 10. This might be our highest rated movie point-wise ever. I don't think we've ever all given something a 10 out of 10.
Into the Spider-Verse, or one of the Into the Spider-Verse is probably the highest still.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I
also love that
it has actually 2 10s and a 9.9, I think.
Oh, did I fuck that one up?
You may have. Actually, I don't know why I ever used myself. I should always use James. James is he's a picky boy. No, Top Gun 2 I think has the highest score.
Wow.
Top Gun 2. No, I gave it a 9. Eric gave it a 9.5. James gave it a 10.3.
Oh yeah.
It's such a good score. It's such a good score. Yeah. Other than that, Logan is 9.9, 10, and 10. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is 9.9, 10, 10. Oh no, Blue Bayou is straight 10s. Never mind. Nothing's ever going to beat Blue Bayou. It earned it.
That one hit.
But 2 of those, when we re-go over things, Eric's probably going to bump to 10. Yeah. So there's going to be 3 perfect films.
Those 9.9s are 10s.
I'll bump down.
I mean, it's possible too.
You think I won't ruin those perfect scores? I'll take them away just as fast as we give them.
Yeah, fair.
That means I'm going to give you all a thank you for tuning in on twitch.tv/soonerlatertv or youtube.com/@soonerlatertv for our review of Godzilla -1. Continue listening and watching and showing your support on all social medias. Just look up Sooner or Later TV. If you couldn't catch us live on Sundays at 7 p.m., don't worry. You can watch or listen to all of our episodes on YouTube or your podcaster of choice. So, tune in next week when we review another movie. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.